College textbooks. I think that college textbooks should be free to whoever pays tuition to a college or attends any courses in that college. The average cost of textbooks is anywhere between $1,100 and $1,200. I'm pretty sure that's just a rough estimate between private schools and public colleges. And it also depends on how many courses you are taking within a semester or a year. But I'm pretty sure that's pretty close to what a lot of people pay. The total use of textbooks. Some classes require books and then they don't really use them, which has happened to me a lot personally. I have to pay for all of these books, and we don't even really use them. We just kind of go over PowerPoints and lectures in class, and do handouts, but nothing really comes out of the textbook. It's all stuff that the professor gives to us, and then our textbooks just sit there and we don't really use them. I mean, I can use them personally for studying, highlighting, things like that, but in the big image, most of the time they don't really get used in some classes. More classes equal more textbooks. Sometimes people want to take more classes within a semester to go ahead and get their classes that they have to do over with, and then they have to end up paying more money at the beginning of the semester. I know not everyone has this problem, but like for me, for instance, I took 5 classes in one semester, so I had a bunch of book fees that I had to pay for. So that is also an issue. Lab courses mean you need more textbooks. I took 2 courses that needed 2 labs, and so I ended up buying 2 extra books because the lab is also a course within itself. So when you buy the lecture textbook, you have to buy the lab textbook, and usually the lab textbook is very expensive. Most people are either on a fixed income or they have to budget themselves, and sometimes they're barely getting along. So I think that having to pay for textbooks can really hurt someone, especially because you never know how much a textbook can actually cost. It's very unpredictable, and so last semester you spent $1,000 on textbooks, and then this semester one class is a little bit more expensive, so you end up paying $1,200. So that's $200 that you weren't expecting to spend, and sometimes that's hard to make up. Not everyone just has $200 laying around. Financial aid. Not everyone qualifies for financial aid or gets money for financial aid, even though they still need help with tuition, books, transportation, room and board, things like that. And sometimes students already struggle with just paying the tuition, and then they have to go and spend all of this money on textbooks, and it doesn't help the fact that they don't have the money for it. Sometimes students don't even end up buying the book for the semester because they can't afford it, and then sometimes they just get lost, or they have to just look off someone in during the lecture, and then when they get home they don't have it, and sometimes it's difficult. There's plenty of students that attend the colleges, and tuition already costs enough. So I think that the college has enough money to be able to say, like, okay, you have this many students in this course, we can provide you with this many textbooks. Even if you can't take them out of the class, maybe sometimes you can go and Xerox it, make a copy of the chapter, take a picture of it with your phone, do something to be able to cut back on making us pay for textbooks. Tuition is enough money. They spend money just to attend the college, and then they're making us pay even more money, even to pay for food on campus, to pay for just living there, all of that, and then to add all the textbook expenses, sometimes it can be very overwhelming. And like I said, the college should have enough money to at least provide the students with the textbooks. I think that it's very logical for the colleges to at least consider giving each professor a class set and letting the students make Xerox copies of the chapters that they're going over or things like that. I think it would help others and it would make it easier for people to attend college. And the colleges should budget themselves, making it where they buy class sets of books. Yeah, they're not getting the money, but they also get to use those books over and over and over, and they don't have to worry about making sure the students get updated books and whatnot. They already have the books set, and they don't have to worry about them getting paid for, updated, or anything like that. And there's no use for them after the semester. Once the semester is over, you turn in your grades, that's it. It's done. It's over with. And then you just have this book on, let's say, anatomy and physiology, but you're never going to use it ever again. It was just for that one semester. And then you spent all that money for a book you're never going to need again. And that's money that you could use somewhere else to help you out later in life. You could have used that money to help pay for your rent or to go buy groceries or gas to get to school, but you had to spend all of that money on books that are only being used for 3-4 months, and then that's it. So to conclude this, I think textbooks should be free. I think that colleges should provide professors with the textbooks and just let the students make it easier to attend college, and maybe more students would actually go to college and make an effort.